In 1979, Anastasio Somoza Debayle, who once was the dictator of Nicaragua, was overthrown by the Sandinista National Liberation Front. Following their seizure of power, the Sandinistas ruled Nicaragua from 1979 to 1990. The Sandinista government followed communist ways to reconstruct Nicaragua. This started a series of rebellions against the Sandinista government, which is also known for starting the Contra War. Various rebel groups, also known as the Contras, opposed the Sandinistas and wanted to remove them from power. On November of 1980, President Ronald Reagan was elected by the people of the United States. The U.S. government viewed the Sandinistas as a threat to economic interests of American corporations in Nicaragua. The Republican administration in the United States, led by President Ronald Reagan, saw the Contras as a convenient tool for removing the Sandinistas from power. This caused the Contras to receive financial and military support from the U.S. U.S. expanded the supply of arms and training to the Contra. Soon, the Contras were crossing the border from camps in Honduras into Nicaragua. Health clinics and cooperatives were blown up and civilians were tortured and killed. During their war against the Nicaraguan government, the Contras committed a large number of human rights violations. Due to the fact that the Contra forces engaged in alleged atrocities and abused human rights to win the people of Nicaragua over to their side, Congress banned and restricted U.S. support, although the Reagan administration covertly continued it. These covert activities culminated in the Iran-Contra affair. Reagan gave the CIA authority to recruit and support the Contras with $19 million in military aid. The arming, clothing, feeding, and supervision of the Contras became the most ambitious paramilitary action. American support was not sufficient to turn the tide of the war in favor of the Contras. In result, both sides settled for a ceasefire that was followed by an internationally monitored election in Nicaragua, in which the Sandinistas were defeated. Over the past 15 years, Nicaragua has made great strides economically and may have at least achieved a measure of political stability. The country has resumed its place as a premier tourist destination and has generally succeeded in healing the wounds received in the difficult decades of the 1980s.